Hey guys, how's it going? So, we have a special update again. Let's go. We have the new 700 cost as the max cost. Yeah! Well, this is kind of interesting selection of suits that they're going with. I mean, we got a big set of updates here. We got a lot to cover as far as new parts, part upgrades, suits, new rank. Oh, look. There's the new suit. So yeah, we actually called it though today when we were talking about it. What would be the next suit? But it is a raid, turns out. So yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. But anyway, starting out number 1, 700 cost. They're adding these suits. I'm guessing there's going to be a banner. I don't know if it's going to be a special banner. I kind of wish they would just kind of hand these out to people because none of them's really too crazy. The EXS, it's pretty good. EXS looks great. That's the only one that really makes sense. Honestly, the funny part is with how the stats have increased on the Zommel. The 700 Zommel might actually be pretty insane. That'd be cool. Then we have the Tetra. I like the suit, but at 700, kind of meh. Same with the Beam Bazooka, as much as I hate to admit it. I love the GPO2. It's one of my favorite suits in all of Gundam. And, yeah, kind of have to say, maybe not. The Stamen and the GPO1, although solid frontliners, not probably the best for 700. And the MLRS also, again, it's the GPO2. I love it. One of my favorite suits. But, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that beats their shields these days. So, speaking of which, the new raid that's coming out would also do this. Really, the EXS is the only winner here. I'm really curious to see what people think about this, and, you know, hopefully they expand this a lot faster. And honestly, I wish they would just hand out a few. Like, give one, I mean, even if it's the Zommel. Just give me a Zommel, give me a Tetra, and give me the 01 or the 03 or whatever, you know. Just give me a few like that. Easy game, no big deal. Cool. But, hey, 700 cost, though, is coming, and it starts this Wednesday. And then they're going to be doing stuff for the anniversary. So I can't remember when they did 650, but I'm pretty sure they did the same thing. I'm going to have to go back, but or was the first 650 the double Zeta? Either way, it looks like they're trying a little bit different approach so that there's a bit more of a pool for people to go through. No big deal. Not bad, but yeah. Moving on, though, they have shortened the sortie time for relaunch when you after you die. So you explode, you go into the game, you run up, you explode, and then you gotta wait like, well, 22 seconds. That also includes after you've died, waiting for your camera to zoom on them and stuff and go back, and boom, then the counter starts. It takes quite a while. If you've ever noticed when your suit explodes and you're out of it and you're just a pilot, that counter just sits there for a while at 22. So it's more like 30 seconds is what it feels like. Anyway, point being though, now that is 18, and 700 cost will be 19, even less than what the original was for 650. This is a pretty big game changer, to be honest. 1, 2 seconds off that, 3 seconds off that, 4, and then 5. That is, or sorry, 4 and then 4 again. That is kind of insane how much time we're actually getting off of those, and any extra reductions from suits is going to be felt pretty well. I wonder if this is going to shake up how games feel at some of those costs. Definitely like this change. We'll see how healthy it is for the game itself, but I'm a fan. Moving on, though. Parts. Yeah, I don't know. But also, let me know what you think of that one specifically. Is the shorter time going to be a big deal, or is it going to be kind of just like, well, it's cool, I get to deploy faster? Custom parts adjustment. These are pretty hype. So, first we have the cooling system, level 1. So, if you don't know what it is, you get 5% increased recovery speed. Now they've added thruster increase by 3, and level 2 through 4 also has this kind of benefit as well. Probably going up at least by 1, I'd say 4, 5, maybe 6, or who knows, maybe it's by 2, so it's 3, 5, 7, 9, something like that. We'll have to wait and see. And the these are all pretty much the same thing. They stayed the same as far as their base percentage of the unit HP. for the head armor, the special back armor, and the leg armor. But they're gaining a 2% damage reduction when hit in those areas, and that's for level 2 and 3 as well, and for the leg level 2 through 4. But with the leg, though, it's starting at 1%. Dude, we have cooling system for raids now, space raids now. You're going to be able to boost for days. And also think if the cooling system works well enough with thruster, you could do some double dodge roll shenanigans. You could do some double tackle things. This could be a decent new setup. Definitely going to look at my part slots and see what I could come up with. Definitely something to maybe test. So hopefully this definitely helps out more than what they did with some of the last ones, where the parts are like, well, cool, you buffed them, but I'm never going to still use that. Moving on, though, to the next one, though. This is one of my favorites because it's a shield buff. And with the full armor Thunderbolt, and yes, I can't not just rant about how overpowered the full armor Thunderbolt is now. I love it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my suit. But we're getting another 400 health on the level 4. And the level 5's already at 1400. So if that goes up to, 1800, that'd be kind of insane. Giving a total of, at least for this, another 1,600 total effective HP on the full armor Thunderbolt. I'm a big fan of that. Now, if the other one goes up, that could be the exact same if it moves up by 400. If it's any more than that, yes please. But anyway, that's going to be insane. 40k effective HP essentially on the full armor Thunderbolt if all 4 shields are destroyed. So on average, let's say 2. And if it goes up by 400, that's another 800. So you're looking at somewhere around 10, 11k extra on average for whatever the health is. So that's still bringing it to about 30k. And yeah, that's kind of gross. Now, the last thing here, we got the new model frame, level 3. And sadly, it's just barely getting buffed. So it's 5 long instead of 6. I don't know if that's going to increase the use more or not, but I think there's a few suits that can definitely use it. Now, moving on to these new parts. I'm pretty disappointed in them because I went ahead and just went down here to read the effect. Reduces the recovery from some conditions by 20%, and it increases the duration of conditions by 10%, which is, I'm guessing, the ones you apply. Well, sadly, this line right here. They are effective when equipped to mobile suits that have weapons that cause radar failure or spread fire. And if that's it, because it says they are effective, I don't know what that word means. That could be a weird translation thing. But the thing is, if it's literally just affects those 2 status effects, that's only heat rod type things where it fries radar. Maybe the Isaac, and again, this would be going against it as well because this one reduces the effect on you. The part slots needed isn't much at all, but again, very situational. You don't know you're going to be fighting that every time. And like for the assault gun tank and the Zusa right now is about the only thing you're going to run into that's going to do the fire thing. So, overall, not too impressed with the new parts. I was originally thinking it could be like a stun thing. So maybe effective means these are just the first 2. Maybe they're coming out with some more crazy mechanics. I think that would be cool. These parts became an actual useful thing, depending on some status stuff. The other one, the goop from the bird lime, could be where you can't transform and stuff and you're slowed down a bit. That could be another one that's affected. I don't see why that wouldn't also be in here as well. But we'll just have to wait and see what this means. If it goes toward even getting staggered or stunned or anything like that, these could be really juicy parts. But, as what was said in chat, probably not. And then I was like, but it doesn't make any sense to just have it for those very niche things because then these parts are pretty much useless as of right now unless they add some crazy mechanic. Which is, I'm guessing, what they're going to do. Or maybe they're just going to have these be like, look, we did a cool thing. And it's like, well, but I don't know. So, moving on though. And yes, I will rant for a second for this because here we go. We're releasing a new rank. And, well, what have they done here? They decided to give us some numbers. About 21% of the pilots have reached major rank. That's just reached it in the first place. And 9% of the pilots are at max, which was the same as last time. So that means I'm at max right now. And essentially, you gain XP at the same time you gain DP. So what this means is essentially less than 9% have a potential of having more DP than I do. What? That is ridiculous. I need way more DP. I don't even have everything in the store bought yet. There is less than 9% that has more DP possibly than me. And I still need a ton. What about the other 91% of the entire game? And then, not only that, then they told us this number, which I don't think was in last year's one when they tried to tell us this. And I'm slightly getting dog aggro. But 21% have reached major, which it takes quite a bit to get from major to max rank major at level 24, waiting for the next one, which, by the way, is going to be Lieutenant Colonel. Now, like, I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, they're giving out numbers saying how kind of, like, bad it is for DP. I mean, they're giving out a lot of DP these days, but man, that one's kind of rough. So yeah, kind of not, like, oh man, I want to rant about this more, but I'm trying to keep it short. But yeah, less than 9%, and then we got 21% even just at major. That means there's a lot of people who are even less than that as far as DP goes. So, we'll go ahead and move on though. I'm kind of awkward, just a wee bit. But yeah, let me know what you think about that 9% number. Am I crazy for just ranting about it every time, or what? Because it just feels bad for newer players, and just, you know, the rest of the 91% of the community that probably is struggling with just needing DP to do things. Like, you know, the enhancement shop stuff with the new 5 and 6 upgrades. But anyway. Well, I guess they're not really new these days. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. Faz, Zeta plus A1, and the DJ SER is now going to be in the DP store for anybody who reached Lieutenant Colonel 1 or higher. Last year, we had the Striker Custom, the DJ, and the Detector, which at the time were all top tier crazy suits. Like, the support and the raid there are super top tier. The DJ was really good. It was definitely top tier, but it wasn't like as crazy in the categories as, you know, the support and raid in that case. This time, as much as I love the Faz, and I've played a ton of games in it, it was mainly because it was all I had really that was effective for me at the cost. But Faz is kind of meh these days. Zeta plus A1 has kind of gotten power creeped out a bit. It's a cool suit. I like it. It's definitely tankier. But again, kind of power creeped out. And then the DJ SER just got some buffs, which is cool. Personally, not my kind of play style. Definitely gotta get that melee and that offensive system to use. So it's definitely not gonna be a suit for everybody. And I guess, yes, this is more for veteran players that are getting up here. But I mean, honestly, I don't need any of these really over, you know, for 500,000 DP, not worth at all. Like, it's pretty oof. Just saying. Then for the premium login bonus though, for anybody who wells or anybody who gets it soon enough, or, you know, is saving up tokens to where you probably can get it soon enough, especially when they start doing some event stuff, you know, in a month or two. The premium now has a new hanger slot when you have the 7th day gone through. Pretty cool. I mean, for anybody who's welling, there you go. They're getting more incentive for that. It's kind of cool for the premium thing. I'm probably never going to see that. But hey, maybe one or 2 months out of a year, maybe. But yeah, it's kind of odd though that it just gives you an extra capacity. I guess they're going to bump everything up. But yeah, we'll be +1 on the 7th day. The same. This is the same for the medals, where the additional hangar space will be reset after 1 month. But you can increase your hangar capacity by 3 per month. Try to get the... Okay, cool. So, wait. Is that... Wait, it says 3 per month, but we already can get 5. Does this mean just getting premium? Did they take that away? Okay, well, hopefully not. That doesn't make any sense. If they did that, everybody would be mad at that one. Huh. Okay. One of them is a premium login bonus receipt, which gives you a special item once a day. Okay, I don't think it's been changed. Yeah. So I guess we have 6 now. I'm hoping this means we have 6 rather than 5, because that'd be weird if they moved it. I don't think that's what they did. I think that's just a weird information translation issue thing where they have it like that. But anyway, finally, the new suit. Here we go. That's coming on Wednesday. All this is coming on Wednesday. We have the Zaku III Custom with, based on Mashimarcello. Fantastic suit. So we got performance as a raid unit. It is going to be a raid, 650 cost. We might see a 700 as well, I'm guessing, since that's expanding. It has a heavy attack, which we don't see in this video. We'll go ahead and play it here. We might have to go to the Japanese version since I already loaded it. But it has, there we go. It has Biosensor M, which from what I can tell, unless we've already seen, I don't think we've seen it before. Looks like it's normal biosensor stuff. Maybe double dodge roll. Probably just 1 dodge roll if I'm guessing. And then the beam there looks like it's an insta stagger. It has kind of like the forward beams as well that come out of like the chest or whatever, wherever those are. Like the normal one has. That looks like it's also an insta stun, which is really cool. So you have 2 insta stuns, looks like. You got the arm bombs, which is kind of cool, but probably not going to be used much at all. Who knows? Maybe it's pretty effective if you got some kind of... Maybe you defend yourself from it so you can pop somebody real close. Maybe you get up close to a support, stun them that way. Curious to see what the Biosensor M does. It does negate the effects of a stun when it activates. And it gives you fighting or melee attack power. Okay, it's just melee attack power. The translation tells it here. You gain melee attack power, and the damage and reaction from ranged attacks are reduced. Ooh. Wait. Is that they're reduced when it happens, or? Ooh. Is this like the game arc? Like, do you have shock dampener where you can't be stunned normally? Ooh, that could be gross if that's the case. That could be insanely gross if that's the case. I'm actually kind of scared that they might do that. I'm guessing this means that it just negates the stun when it activates, but that sounds scary. Anyway, here's the crazy thing. When you die, when your suit is destroyed, it explodes doing damage. It's the Mashimar thing, So, yeah. Mashimar, Haman-sama! There you go. There it is. Go out, fight as a raid, and then explode on those generals around you. I don't know what kind of damage it's going to do. Really curious to see what kind of damage you do to everybody around you and the generals, and yeah, kind of interesting. But yeah, guys, pretty decently long video. But yeah, the usual stuff in the description below, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, stuff like that. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about any of this. You excited for some stuff? You disappointed? Questioning some things? But yeah, I'm pretty hyped. Anniversary's coming soon. This is also, I'm going to be looking forward to the patch notes that actually have the buffs and nerfs as well, which I'll be covering on the update that night. So yeah, guys, see you in that video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good one.